17 years ago today, nearly 3,000 people were killed at the World Trade Center in New York City. Today, the nation will pause to remember those lives lost in the September 11th terrorist attacks.
Yeah, the president will be in Pennsylvania, where there was a memorial dedicated over the weekend. The vice president will be at the Pentagon. NBC's Chris Pallone reports on how New York City will mark the event.
17 years after terrorists attacked the United States.
Today marks 10 years since the 9/11 memorial stair climb began at Red Rocks.
The climb is a way to honor and remember the New York firefighters and other Americans who died on 9/11. This is video of last year's event. Each participant will pay tribute by climbing the equivalent of the 110 stories of the World Trade Center. At Red Rocks, participants will complete 9 laps around the amphitheater.
And the stair climb benefits the New York Fire Department's counseling services and the programs provided by the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation to support the families of our nation's fallen heroes. More than $1 million has been raised every year that they do this. Colorado's stair climb is one of more than 40 held around the world and is the largest and most well attended in the country. There will also be climbs in Denver, Breckenridge, and Broomfield as well.
We're keeping a close eye on the clouds over North Carolina this morning as Hurricane Florence moves closer inland. This is Wrightsville Beach near Wilmington. Right now, the storm is still a Category 4 and is expected to make landfall Thursday at a potential Category 5.
North Carolina is taking Hurricane Florence seriously, and you should too.
A huge hurricane is coming right for the Carolinas this morning. State leaders are warning people in evacuation zones to get out now. North Carolina's governor says his state is in the bullseye of Hurricane Florence. North Carolina has declared a state of emergency, so has South Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland.
But we are preparing for the potential of historic, catastrophic, and life-threatening flooding in Maryland.
In Virginia, the U.S. Navy has ordered nearly 30 ships to sea out of Florence's way. Ships that can't leave will take extra precautions. By noon today, South Carolina's governor says he will call for evacuations along his state's entire 187-mile coastline. Marty's joining us now. This is continuing to strengthen as it goes.
It's a very powerful storm. There'll be a tremendous amount of rain along with it. And as we go through the next few days, there's going to be a tremendous amount of impact on the coast of the eastern United States.
And happening today, 45 members of Colorado Task Force 1 are headed for Raleigh, North Carolina to help with Hurricane Florence. West Metro tweeted out the news late last night. Renee and Eric Clark just moved to Raleigh and are now having to heed the hurricane warnings they've never dealt with before. Raleigh is a few hours inland, but still under the threat of heavy rains and flooding. The Clarks said that Colorado weather certainly did not prepare them for this.
I don't think a lot of it is hit yet because the weather's been, the calm before the storm right now, and we haven't had to deal with it. So I don't know if I'm quite ready for the magnitude that is going to happen since this will be our first one.
They learned from friends to stock up on food, gas, and cash. They're also considering sandbags. The couple also has a young daughter, so they ordered some extra diapers just in case as well. And it's not just the East Coast bracing for strong storms. Hawaii is preparing for Tropical Storm Olivia just 3 weeks after Tropical Storm Lane. The state has not even finished cleaning up that mess from that storm. Now they're rushing to prepare for the next one. People have stocked up on groceries and other supplies. The storm was just downgraded from a Category 1 hurricane to a tropical storm. The biggest threat here is the rain. Olivia could drop 10 to 15 inches of rain on the Big Island. Other areas could get up to 20 inches.
The Colorado Bureau of Investigation needs help finding a missing girl from California who may be in the Denver area. Investigators say 11-year-old Kaya Fina is in danger and could be here. They say that she is with her non-custodial parent, Sarah Fina. The CBI says they may be traveling with 2 white Huskies. They say Sarah might be in a midnight blue 2007 BMW X3 with California plates 7RRY771.
Today, the man who prosecutors say smashed into and killed a Colorado state trooper is going to go to trial. No, Gomez Ruiz is charged with criminal negligent homicide. Investigators say he was driving a semi and failed to move over before hitting Trooper Cody Donahue. Donahue was working a crash on I-25 near Castle Rock at the time. Investigators say that Gomez Ruiz crossed the solid white line and hit the state trooper. He pleaded not guilty last June. His trial's expected to last about 8 days.
A teenager who's facing more than 30 charges in connection to a police shooting could appear in court today. 17-year-old Angelo Alston is accused of shooting Officer Corey Sack following a home invasion back on August 20th. Out of the more than 30 charges, 6 of them include sentence enhancers, which mean that Alston could also serve additional prison time if he's convicted. Cherry Hills says that Officer Sack is in good spirits and is making a recovery.
It is 4:38 right now. We're taking a live look at New York City, where people will pause today to remember the victims of 9/11. The annual Trade Center ceremony will include a moment of silence to observe when the planes hit the North and South Towers. Leaders will also read the names of the victims of the 2001 attack and the 1993 terrorist attack there.